we're looking to launch in at least or be in at least 20 different countries by the end of this year. Continuing to assist our commercial partners where we can do, providing them with feedback and learnings we're getting from different markets, and very much driving forward the portfolio, one with Eroxon Intense, which, as I said, we expect to get approved by the end of this year.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Futura Medical CEO James Barder. James, very good to speak with you this morning. Could you start by giving us a high-level overview of full year 2024?
Sure. Good morning to you, Stephen, as well. Look, 24 was a very good year for us. Kind of the highlights: turnover of 14 million, which is a significant uplift on the previous year. Maiden profit 1.3 million. Or if you ignore non-cash payments, such as share-based schemes, £3.3 million. We're now selling in over 15 countries, and we expect that to grow to over 20 by the end of 2025. We have 2 different contract manufacturers manufacturing in both the US and also Europe, and we've made very significant progress on our pipeline. 2 exciting products to add to Eroxon Intense, which is a variant with a stronger sensory signal, and then a few more products. So overall, yes, we were very happy with the progress we made in 2024.
Well, clearly the belief in Eroxon remains the same from Futura and your partners.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, it's true. Any new OTC brand, especially in a new category, in an area which is embarrassing, it always takes time. And specifically in all the commercial agreements that we put in place, we have 3-year commitments, but it does take time. There are learnings you get, and you need to be able to build on that. So absolutely, we've had considerable feedback on the launches, and we share that with our commercial partners. But yes, all the commercial partners remain committed.
There have been markets where Eroxon has had great success. Can you talk us through what makes it more successful in certain markets rather than others?
Yeah, I mean, Steve, look, it's always complex. I mean, it's a good question, but it's a pretty complex arena. A number of different things that impact different markets, cultural views, what you can and can't say. But I think, I think the first thing to kind of really say is that what we do know is that the clinical data that was generated showed that Eroxon was, pretty effective, around about 65% efficacious in all age groups and all different severities of erectile dysfunction. However, what we've since seen in a real world setting is it's most effective. And again, the consumer data, we've got 4 different studies on this, back this up, is most effective in those men who are 60 years and younger and suffer from typically mild to moderate erectile dysfunction. The challenge is then being able to target that age group effectively. Certainly what we've seen, and certainly where, in countries where it is doing best, is where we can mount, or our commercial partners can mount, very effective online marketing and media strategies using KOLs, key opinion leaders, rather using social media, because by the very nature of that, there's a natural filter, and you can target the younger age group, or those at 60 years or younger. So certainly in markets where we've been doing that. Also in other markets where there is, again, just the process of buying product, there may be some interface between the pharmacist, the healthcare practitioner, and the actual consumer to manage expectations, educate them on, for those men it'll be effective, and on those men it's not. We're seeing some real progress there, and doing well. In markets where it's doing less well, we're working with the commercial partners. We're sharing all the different feedback and learnings we're getting to try and improve the offering. But as I said, this is very normal in any new OTC brand, let alone something that's embarrassing, and it does take time.
James, can you talk us through the 2 new products that you're currently developing?
Yeah, Eroxon Intense. I would stress that is our sort of internal name rather than necessarily being used by commercial partners. But this is a variant on Eroxon. It provides a stronger sensory signal for those men that would like something of that nature, and that we completed 2 studies on that last year, and we remain on track to get that approved in 2025, by the end of 2025, in both Europe and the US. And then second product, which is what we at the moment is codenamed WSD 4000. This is a topical treatment for women to treat symptoms associated with female sexual dysfunction. Again, we ran a couple of studies on that last year. We've had some good meetings with the FDA, and that is very exciting. We actually think it's probably a bigger market than erectile dysfunction, largely because there's no other product in the market at all at the moment. That is progressing. It will take a couple more years to complete that development work, end of 27, actually into 2028. That is progressing well. And I think certainly the most intriguing point we've seen so far in the 2 clinical studies, which was for 80 women, was that 87% of women in the study wanted to carry on using the product after the study was finished. So very, very encouraging for us, but there's still more work to be done on that.
And James, your priorities for 2025?
Yeah, I mean, we're sort of already nearly more than a quarter into 25 already. To a large extent, carrying on where we left off in 24. More launches. As I said earlier, we're looking to launch in at least, or be in at least 20 different countries by the end of this year. Continuing to assist our commercial partners where we can do, providing them with feedback and learnings we're getting from different markets, and very much driving forward the portfolio, one with the Eroxon Intense, which, as I said, we expect to get approved by the end of this year in both Europe and the US, and progressing WSD 4000. I think I would add that certainly myself, and I know the rest of the board, is pretty frustrated with what has happened to the share price over the last few months. But we're really concentrating on those issues that we can impact, as opposed to those that are not directly in our control. But overall, I think 24 was a great year for us, and we hope to build on that as we move forward.
James, I hope you'll keep us posted on any progress. Thank you very much for the update today.
Pleasure.
That's James Barder, CEO of Futura Medical.